Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Peace. All right, guys. So it is time to rock truth or absolutely nothing and all. Did everybody like our little intro? Shout out to DJ Decca for making that track for us. I am grateful. To
I want to rock.
yes,
I want to rock.
yes, and I mean right now. So let's rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. This is the topic. This is the topic discussion for today. Love and war. And actually, we have James here who actually shot this as our premise for the month. I want to give you the opportunity first before we actually talk about just the rights portion in reference to love and war and what are your rights, roles, and responsibilities in quote unquote in relationship. We're only talking about rights today. But James, let's
Wait.
discuss this. Why?
Okay.
Why? Why did you want to do this topic discussion for the month?
It might be a little bit personal reasons that might be in there, but it was I just it hit me different because there's a lot of roles and responsibilities and rights that are just misconstrued nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably see it all the time in daily life, on social media, on the television set, about men not really knowing their place, men falling behind women, women stepping up and being, you know, heads of households or what have you. And it's just all discombobulated now. And I've had my own type of struggles in this regard as well. So when you sent that Facebook post and I read it, it
Mm-hmm.
just hit me so hard. Like, man, trying to navigate this situation. It shouldn't be as difficult as it is, as long as we know the word of God and follow the word of God. But it hasn't been the easiest road to kind of travel at times.
Right,
I've even
right.
talked to Will about this at different times, not completely, but just asking him different questions as a married man. So when you sent that posting, it just hit me different. It hit me very different.
I mean, was it anything specific that hit you, or what was it about it that kind of? Because that was more so a testament to myself in a horrible role I played as a wife and as friends to other my brothers out here, my fellow kings out here. So that was a testament to what definitely not to do.
Oh,
So
wow.
what? It's you know what? It's not often that I mean from things that I've kind of watched and heard. It's not often to see a woman
Mm,
take that step up and say, "Hey, you know what? I was doing this, that, and the third, and I was messing stuff up."
right.
And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, when you hear have a lot of conversations with different people, it's always the man messed stuff up, and we're supposed to be the head of everything, and this, that, and the third. But it's very rare to listen to a woman step up to say, "Hey, you know what? I really want to follow in the kingdom and doing what I was supposed to be doing as a woman." And I
Right.
kind of it's just like, wow, to hear a woman say that. That's
Yeah.
that's what really hit me first and foremost. Seeing a gracious sister say, "You know what? I messed this up.
Oh yeah, big time.
Not, you know what? I'm taking personal responsibility and acknowledging my role in what happened in a dysfunction or what have you
Yeah.
in the relationship." And a lot of times men, we can do a lot of different things, but it just, you know what, if we're not both on the same page in other kingdom, it can kind of get,
Can
go awry.
teach.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that posting, that meant a lot to me. Just the acknowledgement of, you know what, it's not my role to essentially cause this man strife all the
Teach,
time and
teach King.
put everything on him and
Teach
saying you
King.
were wrong and this, that, and the third. Is just kind of like, man, sometimes I have to step back and I have to actually be in my role, so to speak.
Sis.
Right.
And that
Sis.
really hit me. That really hit me when you said that. It's like basically explaining where you messed up and what your role's supposed to be in a lot of ways, and that kind of
Mm-hmm.
touched
Yeah.
me.
Absolutely. And then just going along with what the subject is or the focus is for today, just what my rights is, and then my rights as who, you know what I'm saying? Who am I as a single woman? Who am I as a married woman? And what rights come along with those? Because these are two different roles, you know.
Right.
Yes.
And so in reference to rights, guys, I mean, what are rights? We were to kind of look into what rights are, you know, I discovered, but I want to open the floor. I want to give people the opportunity, especially to Moya while she's eating those wings and not sharing.
Right.
That
Tearing them up.
is that buffalo sauce? Is that buffalo sauce?
It's buffalo.
They buffalo
It's
wings,
garlic
but you got the ranch.
parmesan.
Garlic parmesan.
Y'all have DW
We
too?
just had the holistic jerks.
We're at the Hard Rock Cafe in Orlando, Universal.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Out. Don't forget. Give me a t-shirt.
Oh yeah, the NBC grill. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
But
Right.
But definitely, I want to open the floor though. In reference to your rights, what do you think a right is? What right do you think you have in a relationship?
well, rights, of course, to me are
okay.
something.
Mute yourself. Mute
I
yourself for just a second. Yeah.
She hit me. Button
Yeah,
too
we got
fast.
we had a little background noise. I know, right? So well, let's talk about rights though. Do anybody else have a little bit of input while Tamoya gets a little settled in reference to rights? What rights do you have as an individual?
Well, I can attest to when I was my first marriage, because this is my second marriage, and so the one thing that I learned, and again, Mary, I do want to say, God bless you for being able to step up and say that you were wrong, that you had, that you did some things that didn't line up, because
More than didn't line
as
up,
an
damage. We talking about that, but no. I know
I
what you're
understand.
saying.
I'm not here to beat you up though.
No,
Yeah.
beat me up. No, for real though. No, I'm talking about mentally abusing another person. And I know we laugh about it, but that ain't funny.
Wow.
It ain't.
What's the difference between me and
Wow.
abusing
Well,
a child? What's the difference between me and abusing an older person? What's the difference between me and
right.
anyone over
No, it's not.
I was on one, bro.
Right.
That's
Right.
That's amazing,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. That's got to be difficult for you. I'm not saying for you in general. I'm just saying that's got to be difficult, because it was difficult for me to sit back and say, what am I doing? Like, am I a benefit to my first wife in any way? And I had to have this conversation with him because he's married. I told him, I said, hey, don't get married for the wrong reason.
Right.
Because my first marriage, I admit, I got married because I thought it was right. I thought I was doing right by her. That's why I got married. And when I look back and realize that once I analyzed that marriage, and we're talking about rights here, I realized in that marriage, I did not have the right, even though I should have had the right. But when I got married to her, she wore the pants. So I did not have the right to speak. Y'all get what I'm saying?
I do.
Like, I didn't.
And you put.
I didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I didn't have.
Wait,
I didn't have a say.
Explain that when you said she had the pants. Explain that.
Beach King.
She made the money. She made the money. She made the decisions. She, if she was going left, we were all going left. If I thought something was wrong, she was automatically right.
Oh, so she, like you said, she's the head, because with your head,
she was the head.
Body follows. So then she was out of order. So that's like a
right.
A freak. Yeah.
It was very difficult, and I'll tell you like this. Part of it was my fault. Part of it was my fault. Patricia was 38 when we got married. I was 28 when we got married. Okay. So understand. Yeah, I know that face right there, Tamora.
Oh, you like them older.
Right. So
So nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing
So,
wrong. I like maturity.
right.
It's a
So,
different thing that comes with
when
maturity.
it came to things, I didn't know. I didn't know how to pay bills by myself. I didn't know how to navigate a job and things of that nature. So I sat back a lot of times, and I let her be that head of the household because I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't go and get the knowledge.
Exactly. You saying like you didn't know how to be a leader of a
Right.
household.
Right.
And that's a struggle. I think that might be a struggle for a lot of black males. But we're talking about rights, right? So first and foremost, if you're just dating someone, do you have a right? Does your person that you're dating have rights on you if you're just dating? Because you're describing marriage. What rights does someone have?
I feel like they don't have no rights at all.
Teach Queen, why do you say that, Tamoy? I mean, you're young and you
no rights. And I mean, like I've dated somebody for 3 years, and he thought that he had the right to control me and tell me who to be with. And no, I don't have a ring on my finger. We aren't married.
No, we're not.
You don't even go to church.
Come on.
You don't even go to church with me. Like, I already know. I know the type of man that I want to marry and that I want in my life. And I feel like there are some rights, like, but I feel like it's more towards yourself than the other person. And if you feel like even if you just feel like I wouldn't want that to be me, or I wouldn't want that to happen to me, then just don't do it. Just for your conscience. Like being young and trying to love and being in love with so many people, because you can just love two people at the same time. But man,
I feel you. No. You're right on.
God is so good.
He is. He has.
Because He will show you. He will show you. He will constantly show you what is meant for your life and who don't belong in your life. And
we ignore the signs. It's us that
we do.
the signs. He told.
But they get louder. They just get louder and louder and louder.
They get louder and louder. The alarms just keep going. Ring the alarm. I've been through this too long.
Yeah, right.
Hey, girl. It just gets louder and louder. But you're right. No, do you have rights to another individual? Period. Though. No, you don't. Because we were never in dominion over a person.
No.
We were only in dominion over a person.
I'll say it like this. Selena. I'll say it like this. It's not rights when it comes to relationships. When it's like what I'm saying is there are no rights when it comes to relationships, but there are rules.
But I wanted you, it's actually laws, but I wanted you to go further into it when you're saying there aren't rights, because when you're looking at relationship, the same setup that he has and model for us is the same one Christ had, the same one God has. So when you're talking about rights, we don't have any as kingdom citizens. We gave them up. And let me have the evidence of you giving up your rights. When you came down to the church and you was testifying right there and crying and all of that, that's when you gave up your rights. You were a slave in bondage to sin, and you decided to
absolutely
fast. So you never had rights to begin with. So where you go pick some up?
Right. I'm just saying. Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
You're absolutely right. Ain't none, but it is law.
Yeah, there is laws. There is laws or rules. I like call them rules. Certain things that the how to play. How what's the game, especially when you boyfriend and girlfriend. When I was dating a young lady in
you said it
Memphis.
too fast. You said that word too fast. Because let me tell you something. If you notice, once you start smashing stuff in together, you lose meaning, and you start going into implied meaning. So when you say girl friend, take that breath, because I need you to you are just a friend, and the adjective behind that is that you just happen to be a girl. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's real, because we move too fast. We move too fast. Girl, friend, boy, friend, fam.
Yeah.
Hold on. If you wanna rock truth with us, 1-747-24
we only got a few more minutes, but call in.
But go ahead, Will. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. Like I said, it's just certain rules, and so when we were dating, we were dating, back and forth over a long distance, and we made a rule that at least we would call each other every day, or we would call each other every week, and we would at some point in time that started to diminish because the relationship started to diminish, and so I think that's one of the things that we unfortunately do in relationships altogether is when we don't play by the rules, we and then ultimately it translates into marriage, unfortunately, because you learn a set of rules in the outside world, but then when you get to the real world in marriage, you try to bring those in, and you can't bring those rules in because
it's contraband.
It's contraband. And so you can't bring that. You can't be like, I'm gonna call you. No, that's your wife.
Yeah, exactly. That's a mandatory thing.
Oh no,
that's a mandatory thing. That's happening.
Right.
Hey, they ain't no thinking about that. That's happening.
Right. That's what happened.
That's the law.
Right. Right. We passed. Right.
That's part of high treason. Don't you dare.
Yeah.
Put up in here, try to sneak it.
Yeah. But that's the same thing that goes on in Christianity, right? That's the same thing. Before you get Christianity, you kind of play by these certain rules, right? You don't necessarily do bad, but you ain't doing everything good. You don't go here, but you still do that. You do a little sin or a white lie, a little lie, but you don't do you don't lie to the police or nothing like that, right? But so those are the rules that we play with, and then we try to translate them.
Mm-hmm. So you try to become, but two at the same time,
right?
You get that schizophrenia and stuff that's going on,
right?
Because invited in, and like I was saying, that out of order like that, when you have the head in the place of the neck and the neck in the place of the head, physically, if you look at that, that's a freak show, and you wouldn't want to look upon that as a person to see somebody whose head was in the place of a neck and the neck. That is like, oh my God. That's how you look, representing your marriage before people, and not really before people, because you only got one audience, and that's that 3-in-1. That's that triune audience. You're not doing it for the man. You're doing it for him. And I love it. Anything you, James?
No, I appreciate the jerks. I appreciate the knowledge from Will and everyone that's on the show, but definitely the jerks. I'll try to get my rotund behind up to be up there by 4:30 and get my workout on and stop eating so much Five Guys.
Absolutely, and we're gonna make sure we can do it all together. All right, guys, go ahead, and we're gonna end our show with Yo Song, which is produced by Tay Larry and LaRon MC. Tamoya, take us on out of here.
All right, y'all. You already know we lit, we laugh, we true. Be you. Until we meet again.
Absolutely.
Try singing your own song. Try singing your own song, y'all. Try singing your own song. Try singing your own song.
If there's one thing I know, well, you and I ain't meant to be. You stay out all night long, but can't sleep unless you're next to me. When you hear this song, please promise that you won't hate me. I'm used to being alone, and I want you, but something is raging in me. And I wish that I could ignore all the signs, and wish that I could leave with you tonight. But the issues are in plain sight. Something ain't right. That's something I know. But you stay out in the club all night with your boys until 3. And I know you need a woman in your life that'll wait for you, but that ain't me. And I'm not saying we're through, but I'm too good for you. Hey, I know what I want, and baby, that's just something I know. And so let's switch up the roles. How would you like if I decided to ignore your calls? You ask about the things you bought me, and I say they're lost. But if loving you at a price, what would it cost? 'Cause we lived and we learned and we knew what it was when we fell in love. And I wish that I could ignore the signs, and wish that I could leave with you tonight. But the issues are in plain sight. Something ain't right, that's something I know. But you stay out in the club all night with your boys until 3. And I know you need a woman in your life that'll wait for you, but that ain't me. No. And I'm not saying we're through, but I'm too good for you. Hey, you know what I want, and baby, that's just something I know. So if a scrub is a guy who thinks he's fine, then that must make you a buster. You keep on telling me what you got, but you sit on your broke ass. So no, you can't have my number, no. I won't give you my time, and no, don't wanna meet you, no. But you stay out in the club all night with your boys until 3. And I know you need a woman in